Today's date is the 16th of February 2026. The time now is 8:23. So basically I'm gonna be showing some things here. So let me go to the big video and large video. So I'm plugging my laptop again. So this video is on the CQB training, close quarters battle training. My understanding of it, because my veteran, I know CQB, but I'm autistic, I'm autism, ADHD, Asperger's. In this case, I have Asperger's, but I'm not disabled. I don't have disability. I don't have dyslexia. This is also a framework of someone in the worst case. So I'm using this as a framework a little. So it's going to be for very long, hopefully. But I want to say some things. So write the things down. This is a dimensional response is shared between two axes of I and J in the quantum radio system. It's a quantum radio system for positioning. Yeah. my radio can tell you the videos. So this video is primarily to develop new innovations via the Wingman formation. What is the Wingman formation? So the Wingman formation is literally what I made for CQB because I saw the video on CQB, close quarters combat, close to battle. No CQC, no care police position. The close quarters battle, the close quarters. Well, CQB is literally a system of it's like a close quarters range system. The system on the way, and in this kind of framework, it matters you try to actually do it because it's a training. It's what you do. But I'm going to use this button here to demonstrate what my innovations. So I just place the button on and put it on again. So I'm going to look in here. Can you see me? I'm disappearing. I'm going to do my half step. So my half step is like really going to fit into this more formally. But I'm stepping in the house. I'm like walking by sideways. I'm looking sideways, guys. Guys, I'm looking sideways. But I'm walking in the house, so I'm not taking a full step. How you initiate it is like you have a standing strong. So if you're standing strong, you are literally position yourself in strength. So it's very, very good. You have a stronger kill. Your legs are apart, you're facing one direction, and you're counter force to one direction. You're trying to push away one direction or other. Like it's not like a hard thing to do because when you're strong, your body weight is on the floor. When we're strength to come, like if people try to lift me up, you can lift me up right now. Trust me. But I tried to have a dad when I was like 14 years old. And for 16 years old, and I couldn't do it, because he was very strong. He was about 30 something years old, and I couldn't lift up my dad. I don't know, it was about 40, yeah, it was 40 something years old. I don't know how dumb my dad is, but I was born in 19th years old. But literally, I was standing strong, and I couldn't be pushed over. I was like, he was like this, just standing there. I was like, Dad, let me lift you, let me lift you, let me lift you. Guys, that is standing strong. He was like, I couldn't move his leg for goodness sake. And this is the man I grew up with that picks me up, So the first time, I didn't pick up my dad. He said, Dad, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. And it was an interesting part of my life, because I thought I was going to do it, but I knew I couldn't do it. But he didn't give in. So, I'm facing you right now. I'm facing the camera now. I'm looking sideways now, but this is side step. So, the standing strong position, this is just relaxing your body, take a deep breath, relax your body, and you can be pushed. You can push over, and you stand strong. So you tense your muscles a bit, but you're gonna have a fall, kind of falling aspect of it. So the kind of falling aspect of it is to stand strong, But this kind of position, this just holds your legs apart, and puts you in a state of security, stability. You're this moment you get pushed over more. You have muscles you can tense. Your muscles can tense, you can flex your muscles, and muscles can flex your muscles. So flexing muscles is not hard to do. It's a framework, because your body is naturally told to use your muscles, but using the influence of gravity. So gravity is holding you where you are, So this one of continues step forward, I can push over, I can push backwards, but everything is a half. So the half step introduction in this system, moving forward, trying to stand strong and move forward. I have some power to do. But basically, this part of the framework of obviously I can call me today as this video says as a echo, zebra, echo. I'm a scientist and a soldier. That's hot. That's OB Nexus. So, the kind of thing I'm saying is that the framework allows you to be sustainable while balanced. This one, if your hands spread out high, like you do the T-shape pose I'm doing now, I'm standing strong, my hands should have some weight on it that people cannot move, because under the influence of gravity, you see, this is one of squatting down like this, under the influence I cannot be moved, it's hard to move me, So, it's kind of like stability, because the gravity holds me down, holds me, and I'm using gravity. This is whenever I put my leg here on this desk and do some stretches, and go to stretch position, I'm being held down, like hamstrings. I'm being held down, gravity is doing the work for me, I am not working so hard, gravity is doing the work for me. And the kind of thing I'm saying is kind of the standing strong is so important when you get into a fight, a real world fight, because you can be knocked down the moment you can stand up. If you think you anticipate a fight, your blood should be clenching. Naturally, you should have a system of safety and security. So this leads me to like a perceptive model of half step. So you're gonna half step. So you're gonna half step. You're gonna go angular momentum. So the half step is what I made because I have a orange belt in karate to deal with the enemy or opposing attacks. But the half step is basically half. So you're gonna half the step of half. So you have how you initiate it like this. Say I'm standing strong already, and I want to initiate my left half step. I pivot. I take my right leg and pivot 90 degrees or 45 degrees, 45 to 90 degrees, and I've got a half step. So I've got a half step. See this half step. See, so I can pull my knee forward. I can move my other knee forward on this side. On this side. Because my knee, basically my right leg has taken a position of good 90 degrees, 45 degrees, 45. Let's say 85 degrees. Let's say 100 degrees is this. So it was already at north, but I now have a center. A center mass is by my body. This is the issue of fight. When you're fighting, you want to be balanced out. This is not what moves you through. Want to be, want to return to a point of stability. This one is a punch, you understand? This one is a punch, or a catch strike. You want to be able to return to a relaxed position where you can have two main things: a counter attack and a follow-up attack. A follow-up attack, maybe it's a counter attack, or a follow-up attack. If I want to do two catch strike. If I do two punches, if I do one punch, say I go a catch strike, my thumb's to the phone with cat, like a cat pull. If I have a cat pull, I can have a cat jab, I can have a hook, because and I can see I pivot forward. See how my body just naturally pivot forward, I just hooked forward, say this lands, this catch strike, and it's a formation, it's a synchronization of a formation, but it's basically a system of balance, So again, the catch strike would be jab, 180 degrees. But this catch strike, say it hits and it swivels the enemy, then you got a hook, upcoming hook. You can't do the hook, you can do a punch, but a hook would be more beneficial for the powerful, like an uppercut. So you got an uppercut, so you're gonna get the same thing. So my catch strike with my front palm and my hook is my right hand. This is a combination, guys. This combination. This was what I was doing at Frederick Community School when I was 14 years old. So the main objective of today is to introduce the CQB training. I'm trying to do into the whole formation thing. But you're gonna have the quantum radio system I'm building on the chalkboard. So I have to go to website for that, later. So it has to be agnostic, in the same that it allows you to breathe freely on your body. Because your body is strong, really has weight in it. Just ground down to the floor. But don't be falling over, because you don't want to be falling over, swiveling or anything like this. This one saying you don't be doing that, don't be drunk, you don't be like that, you don't be like this. But the kind of thing I'm saying is you got to flicker. It's basically my training basically on anti-grappling techniques. Someone has a grappling, someone's a grappler. So things like cat jabs are not universal. I'm using them to deter enemies, to poke them and annoy them. So this is a poke, this is a cat jab. See my claw, my finger is like a cat claw, and I bend my fingers in, my 4 fingers in, and my thumb stays by the side. So if I want to grab me, I can grab them. Grab me. If it misses, even though it misses, because it's a sparse use. So if I punch and I do miss, I can do like a takedown grab, boom, and I can grab their hand on the legs end. Because it's a sparse attack. Because they can't say in court like self defense, blah 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 blah. I'm saying to you, it works because it's sparse. It's sparse. You can use for other things. Because the goal is to have you. What is desire not is to defend yourself in court legally, of course. For example, go to house stuff. I'm closing in, but I'm looking up, but I'm anticipating the kind of the move you're gonna do. Because if you're here, if you're the camera, I have angular momentum around you. I can always move in. It gives me a degree of movement. I can also see you. The goal is also have you in the frame of vision. Frame of mind. In space I want. But I have other things to say about this. It's not like a bad thing. Per se. As long as you're defending yourself, it's not hard to do. Defense is a right, human right, Article 51, all human rights, right to self-defense. And people don't know about that. Just go to UN Charter. If your country's under the UN Charter, you're free to punch anyone. It's self-defense. Just don't. Depending on the but it's been updated. It's been updated, so you gotta check the object. Which is about the kind of killing, kind of fighting or sovereignty. So check that out. Article 51 and Article 50. Don't wait. No, not 51. Yeah, Article 51 of the Human Rights Charter, or United Nations Charter. I hope I'm right about it, because I don't check the words, but because to have you able to move freely, really. So I've showed you the catch strike, I've showed you the catch strike, I've showed you the jab, the light punch. You got the palm. The palm, even the palm can grab. So if you get the palm to your face can grab your hair, and then pull in your hair, So even that is in disguise. It's weapon. I'm gonna palm strike you. It's not legally they're both. So if you want to pull someone that give you a stretch, like an anti-grappler, you can grab a reversal in the grapple. So this you didn't do is this way to grab you, grab them. That's reversal. So you go full up. So full up again. Remember this. So in fact, so I got a full. So I do a catch up. I do a catch up with my rights. I do a straight punch. A catch up with straight. This is full up attack. But this is a two-hit combo as well. You can have someone in the camp, but you want them because they grab you to grab them. Because it's part of the fight. So you can do, if you're gonna do a catch jab, I can do a little catch jab and take my retreat to the position. Okay, basically if I do a catch jab, I can grab now. A catch jab can grab their say I do a catch jab to their face. I can still grab the hair on their hair, the woman, and because you can grab some part of them. Say you want to grab do a catch jab. The catch jab is angular. So you do a catch jab, and you now grab their hand. So you drop them. So you want to drop them. So basically, you want to use the reversal. So you want to take your foot back. You sit back and do the fall. So you want to force it down. So you want to, because it swivels you, because it swivels your soldier. You gotta bop, so you gotta bop slicing. Bop. See my hand, bop and weave. This is a bop. This is a weave. See what I'm saying? This is a weave. See what I'm saying? It's when I'm looking at my camera, I know I'm seeing myself do it. But the goal is to have the swivel catch them off guard. Because if I'm doing this, I'm swiveling, and this cat can go angular. You know, it's an angle. So see how I'm swiveling? It catches on me. You can't go. It doesn't matter how far I swivel. That's ineffective now. So it doesn't matter how far I swivel. You have to throw one catch strike, and then load up a punch. And while that punch is in the best case, while that punch is loading up, you gotta grab their hand and give them a punch, take a punch to the face, like an uppercut, which I've been doing. So like a punch uppercut, and that will teach them a lesson. Let's go. This is 2-hit combo, and then but normally combos are 3 hits or more because they are meant to be safe. You can have 2 hits, but it's normally get a Microsoft. So combos are 3 hits normally. But this reversal you did, if they try and grab you, because they're grapplers, so people that are grapplers, it works So it's gonna be a system of safety security, but you go with timing and speed. You don't have to time it so much because it's a medium punch with a heavy attack. Basically, you go the powerful punch, Use your ankles. We go medium punch, the cat attack. Like a cat, like a kitten. And you got a kitten with can lightning fast, but medium punch. Lightning fast, twisted, but lightning fast, medium punch, but medium power. So you gotta think about the properties of the attack too. So, depending on what you do. But the combos are there for you to remember. So if I had a combo, do the combo, drop them, I can do a takedown, I can do a takedown to start building up. Boom, boom, boom. Start building up. But it's gonna say some. Depending on how strong. But I can do a punch, a takedown, and just put my weight on them, start building them up back and forth. Because the back will be by the floor, and not be prone. Because they missed. Because it's gonna be it's an easy to get thing. It's an easy to get them. But the easy to get thing, basically, I have a half step. I take a house to the back. I jab them. I grab them. But because I have a light jab, I jab them, or I light jab them, and I grab their head to put it down. Or I punch them, take their hand, pull it down, put put my knee on top of the back, and start going to work. My face. Because it has to be done. It has to be done. Because some enemies are so like that weapon. But it allows you to do. What you do allows you to sound weapons. Just don't lose your fingers in a knife with a knife. Yeah, because I used to go to the back house. So you got a front house step. You go to the back house. So if I take it back, look like my back right leg. Because I take the back step to the back. I take a step to the back. A step backwards. Now, a step backwards. This was me turning my body this way. Shoot the enemies in front of me. So you get in front. I take a half step back. But the half step back I take, it's not even a back. It's not even like keeping out of balance. So now you switch forward like this. I start going to work. I put my knee up, start going to work on my knee. Or I can. I'm doing a combination. So combination is one thing about. So if I start going to work, say I take and I see I got a half step already. So I have a half step rotation. So I have a full rotation half step rotation. So it's a full rotation, full body rotation with angular. There's one step back in. But then if I put them down, I can now face suicide career, and put my body weight on them. Just start building them up. This is stop, but it's kicking them also. But it's basically to tell yourself, So you got to kind of standard jab to do for this. So again, that is you jab, you grab, you jab, you uppercut, and you go with 2 hands free. If it does hit, of course, and you grab them, you put them up. You jab, you uppercut, you jab, I'm trying. You jab, you uppercut, you grab side. So basically, this time would be the grab section. This is switch sides. So if you get you switch sides. This is switch sides. You step one step, half step forward, and half step forward. So basically, if I have the position right, this is my half step, my backhand. I jump, I uppercut. I do this. I do the takedown. But the takedown is just one hand. It takes one hand to do a takedown. But when the force, you use 2 hands. But that means you're really in the proximity to them. If I use 2 hands, I can go to work. So this is a combo that works, it moves fast easily, it's combo. So, I jump. So even if you see like, so I have one hand, like a punch, and one hand like a cut jump, they don't understand what's happening, But I can also be practicing this one too, But it goes to have me also pivot some, don't worry about the person ahead of you. Worry about your environment and what's in that environment too. Because it can be pain. You don't be pain, guys. Pain is bad. No, put someone down. Someone else to pin them down. No, pin me down. Really good. But it goes to how like websites intended. You have the kind of this. So again, that'll be half step initiative. Half step. I jab, I uppercut, and I hold my hand. Sometimes they're able to pull this guy down. So this guy's uppercutted, let me just grab his hand quickly. Bam! Before he knows it, it's to the ground. Bam. I'll just grab, bam. He's coming to me. Bam. Now the pivot, go to what? Go to what? Go to what? So guys, so the goal of this is to like have the system like work for you, not them. So that's one of the things I welcome to. This dummy here just died. But not died. Dummy, because I'm going to work on the dummy. This is not the head. Now for the ladies, do the hair. So the hair thing is like literally punch, overcut, and then grab the no wait, basically. So you got the for the hair, you got the right. So you can have a jab, a front punch, a front punch, a hair attacking them. Basically, the front punch is the initiator. Oh, we're gonna get a front punch. So the front punch can be we're gonna have the backhand jab. So the backhand jab with this, and you grab the hair and just pull down, just slam them one and forward, high yeah, like that. Like I said, it does work, but it does work. It does work because you think so. But this video has been done, so you can think about this as senseless violence. But when you need to get, as soon as you turn 10 years old, guys, people start getting hormones. People start. I think you said 9 years old. 9 years old even. People start getting hormones. Do you know how we're getting 9 years old is bigger than me? A lot of children bigger than me was 9 years old. And when I was 9 years old, a lot of children, but a lot of children bigger than me. 9 years old is hormone period. You get people with different body types, and you gotta be scared of those body types, because they can usually do something, You should always tell them. So he gives you this is one conclusion. This is being aware. You have to be scared. So, parched. Also the problem. So my combo is this. See how I'm looking at you. I'm centering around you. You are my enemy now. So I'm gonna. So you don't know. So I just don't strong them. I just switch. So I just switch. Now I'm coming to you. Now you try to punch me. I do the kind of one I know for the ladies. One, cash strike. Nope. So basically, one. So one. Wait, so my left hand's fine, right? Two. Punch. Cash strike. I just see. I didn't take my leg backwards. Because I felt comfortable to me, and I do a jab. I can do the standing. So it was a standing to. So basically, what it is, you can have a punch, a cash strike, and a pull, and the pull is what grapples. Grapplers are annoying because they keep the fight going. They keep the fight going. You want to end up for a grappler. Any of the grapplers telling you, sister, don't do this, don't do that. The grapplers, trust me, they're gonna grapple you. You want to end it quickly. That's what you want to end it quickly. So you got a flicker. So basically you got a flicker kick. Flicker side kick. Because say you want flicker kick. The flicker kick is basically what you see. You see a kick for the leg. See like a flicker for the leg. Because so you got two moves. So the flicker you go flash and flicker. So basically it's a parry, but it's like it's not trying to work the leg. You go to the head, So you're gonna stand in vulnerable spot. People are really scared of joints. You are taking the joints. So your elbow, your knee, like head, shoulders. People are scared of knees and toes. People are scared of your joints. Apart from that joint, you have the elbow, shoulders, head, shoulders, knees and toes, knee, head, shoulders, elbows, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, elbows, knees and toes. I love some, but people are scared of that because those are joints. If they break, they can't move. They're paralyzed. It's really a mistake. So people I have one to do. You want to put it in fear. So in fear, you use the flicker. So the flicker is basically, I'm going to kick an elbow. I'm going to get a joint. But you don't want to do that actually, because you break the joint, that's your legal case gone. But because to avoid the joints, but make them scared, you gotta take the joints. If you have to put pressure, use the life power, the cash strikes, or the cash strikes. You do the cash strike, But illegally, you break someone's elbow, literally. You break you lose it, you have to pay for litigation process. But you have to understand it. That the kind of safety you have is It's the system. I'm gonna say to you, you can break. You don't should break people's elbows, anyway, or joints, because that will cause them lifelong injuries. This is it. Lifelong injuries for life. You can say so. I'm saying to you, so let's just do this one again. So this say I'm like position. I'm open my palm. People open their palm. This is what grapplers do. They open their palm. I don't really hate like this per se, but I like it because it gives me information. You're a grappler, because I hate it. I hate it. I'm a grappler too, so I know what we need to grappler. I grab you. I don't know because your brain is thinking linearly. So I'm a grappler because punches are not just grappling. When you open the palm, this is the hand of God. Your hand has a dimension that they can access with their own moves. They have to do it in close range, especially in close combat. See, close to the battle. It puts us to a point of pressure. So pressure. So you have grapplers do this. They're gonna molest you. but the fact of the matter is, it's a fishing tactic just to get you. Because they're thinking with their hands and legs. They're thinking like, oh, let me just grab him. So, it's kind of an annoying move, but you understand, the thing about grapplers is that I'm a grappler too. I have to be honest. So I'm saying to you, let me go in here. Let me go back here. I have facing you, so I have dimension, all you. I'm moving forward. See, this is moving backwards. Guys, do this when you're doing the half step. So do the half step, just go back and forth like this, when you're about to attack, and when you're on side step, switch stances, switch up. Because you don't know where your enemy is, just you keep moving. Because jump up and down, because do jump in a spot, jump in a spot, well, I don't know how to work the half step. But you go to half, see I'm moving back and forth as a half step. I'm really fighting position, but that's very good to do. So let's do properly. So I'm gonna do the thing again. So basically, so I have three actions. I have three moves to do. So I'm facing you. Let's see how this works as a final. So punch, a jab, a grapple on the head, pull down. See, my back foot, I'm gonna go to work. Chop, which is you say I'll go to work. You say and then I have the other one, which is the right one. I catch up first, I uppercut, and I put. So the practice makes perfect, Practice makes perfect. Other catch, so that's it. So pull down to the floor, and you're pro. Because you have three full stance. You have the prone, lie down on the back of the side. You have the squat stance. The squat stance like this, most times we do it, And you have the fully stance, like, but you have in between. So you have to be in position. So that's it. So I'm going to continue the video now. Thank you for watching. The catch strike and the grapple, grapple. Let's do the grapple on the floor, but it has to be done this way. Because this is if you're listening for me, like, share, subscribe. If you want, don't like, I don't really care. Just don't mess with my diary. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Time now is 8:51 a.m. Thank you for watching, sir. But this is a video for you and me. Time now is 8:51 a.m. and the time is 16th of February 2026. This is updates on the CQB training for War Tech Close Quarters Battle. Thank you for watching. By me.